It's a top. Knock, knock. Knock, knock on heaven's door. I'm screaming low, fill me out to an overflow. Cause I want to smoke the Holy Spirit to our overdose. And let the little light of mine shine over doors. Now there's JR on the way. You know? So in 2004, I came to South Africa with my parents. And when I got here, to be honest, some sad stuff, man, because I really did not want to get settled. I had no love for her at that point. I'm being honest. I know this is something that I don't talk about it. I've never told nobody. But I think my parents, not my parents, but my family, would agree with me that I had no love for. So when I came to South Africa, I intended to forget her. So I was out here all alone. I'll go kick it with my cousin, you know, my late cousin Mark. I miss you, man. Really wish you were here, you know, man. He was still my nigga for life, man. Sometimes I feel that I feel that you're around me. Yeah. So I was, sometimes I would just hang out and switch off my phone, put a new SIM card in so my mom and dad cannot call me, and I'd be gone for a week, with my niggas and kiss stress. You know what it is. I'll go to Dev, to hang out with my boys. Stress, man. We'll be out there kicking in, getting late every day. Man, we done a lot of stuff, man. So, but then my parents, now they start worrying that I was never home. That my behavior changed, I stopped listening and I started doing whatever I thought it was best for me then. And so now they were trying to find a way to help me out or to get me set up, And this is a bit too late now because now I feel like I'm a grown man. You understand what I'm saying? Because we had not talked about it when I was little. You get my point?
Yeah.
Because we not talked about it when I was little, when I was young, when I needed to hear it that much. We didn't talk about it. Now that I'm a grown man, I got all these Xhosa and Zulu colors and all these fine looking mamas, running after me. I ain't want to hear nothing, man. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You can't tell me nothing at this point, man.
Yeah.
But this is when my parents, they wish they had talked, they had that talk with me. And this is that point, a point in time where they really wish they would tell me, the danger of it. But it's a bit too late now because I feel like I'm a grown man. You cannot tell me nothing. And so yeah, man. Until I think I remember my dad had they got to a point of mom saying, okay, look, maybe we should send you back home. And my dad was like, yo, even if we send him home now, what's gonna change? You understand? Now that he's been here, I think him going home is just gonna make things worse, And I remember I went to Eastern Cape with my boy Thomas or Johnny. So we went out there to teach music. At this point, your boy's a rapper. You know what I mean?
Alright.
I'm dropping bars and all that. So now I'm in Eastern Cape with my boy Thomas, and we teaching some music there. And out there, man, again it happens that I meet another strawberry with the peaches.
Oh.
You understand? Now I'm just trying to tell you, that
how it affected you.
So
something that you did when you were 11 years old, but now you're grown, but now
I'm still experiencing the same stuff. You know what I mean? So now I'm looking back now, I'm thinking, okay, I think this is where it started. That's where the seed got planted. You know what I mean? And so I'm out there, it's just me and my boy, and again I meet another peaches and the strawberry, and the same instant happens again.
Yeah.
over and over again. Ended up that, you know, Strawberry and Peaches, they had a huge fight. Parents got involved. It was a mess. And I mean a fallen country, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And on top of that,
so this is normal.
Where I was,
SA.
Yeah. Now I'm in SA. Now, on top of that, this is just not SA. This is just not a place where my parents are. I mean, far places where my parents don't even know. They've got no idea what I'm going through, what I'm doing. So another Peaches and the Strawberry fight. And so now I'm thinking, oh, I've gotta go. Something happened here. And you know, I remember when I'm thinking about it. So I remember me thinking about, okay, I think I should just wake up at night, maybe talk to one of these guys that you just dropped me at the bus station, blah blah blah. And I got a phone call that night. So my pops calls me. I've got a cousin who was in the UK. So we used to call each other, you know, husband and wife, you know, type of thing. That so every time we talk, you'd be like, hey husband, I'm gonna be coming home, blah, blah, blah. And we had a bet that between me, you know, whoever gets married first is gonna pay 10 grand to the other one.
Okay.
So whoever gets, if I get married first, that means I lose. I give her 10 grand. So that's what we had. And I remember that night my pops called me and he like, hey yo, your wife is coming, man. Okay, I've got a surprise for you.
So now you're thinking it's your cousin?
Yeah, I've got a surprise for you.
That's a mess up.
And I'm like, what surprise? Like, your wife is coming and you better be here. You better be in the bus first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I'm like, oh, my cousin is coming.
What?
We talked about going around Cape Town, you know, then you go to Malawi. It's gonna be crazy, da da da. And first thing in the morning, I'm in the bus. Back to Cape Town.
Oh, excited.
Oh, excited. I get here. knock on the door. And guess what happens? I open the door.
And it's your real wife. What?
She's like, oh, that means, oh, my husband. I'm like, what the heck? What did you get here? What you doing here?
Yeah.
I had all sorts of questions, man. I was mad at my mom, you know, mad at my dad. I was just mad. And now, by that time, she had this, you know, the baby was born, so he's now about 3 years or something like that.
All right.
A cute looking dude, man. But since I had no love for her,
you never loved the child as well.
I never. Yo, this is something that I've never told nobody, man.
That's so messed up.
You know? And I was really pissed, man. Like, what? Yeah. And so now I had to learn to live with a person that I never thought I was going to be with. I had to learn to love her. I had to learn to love my child.
Yeah.
And I could see that this kid was just dying for love. And every time he calls me dad, I just had that thing in me like, we should just stop calling me that, man. You know what I mean? But I tell you what though, when they say love conquers it all, it really does, man. And time does heal.
So I think it should say, like, you know, it's her love that kind of sustained your relationship up to this present time.
I could have not said it any better. It was her undying love that got me to this place today. Made me a better man.
Yeah. Wow.
Made me better. Looking back now, I wish I had treated her, you know, differently. I wish I had showed her my compassion from day one. I wish I told her that love a thing. Because now I remember that there were times that would be, because my dad used to rent a whole house, a full house, and so he had given us our room and then his room and everything else, so we used to do everything together. And then there were times that I would not be at home. I would tell her, I would lie to her that I'm going to work, you know, or I've got some business to do in town and stuff like that. But all along I was just behind our house with some other chicks.
Yeah,
and I would come back at 4 o'clock in the morning and knock on the window, and she opens the window, she let me in because she didn't want my dad to find out that I'd come back at that time. And I get back home at 4, I still need to get some, and she just give it to me with that argument and stuff like that. Hey, yo, you talking about love, man. I've met a lot of people. I've done a lot of things that at this point I do regret. But I think one thing I don't regret is meeting this woman. Whatever fate that, whatever, if it was a fate or whatever it was, or a coincidence you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. It's something that, looking back now, I'm super grateful that it did happen that way, that I met her that night, that I had gone to the beach and sit with her
at 2 a.m.
And that I had let her do the instinct thing again. Because I think maybe I did not kiss her. Maybe if she didn't feel that, and the rest of it, maybe would not be, would have not been here together. Now I would not be talking about her. But I am super grateful that it did happen. Absolutely grateful, man. I'm gonna give you a gospel freestyle because I love God too much,
Yeah.
Let's just do. It's a top. Knock knock, knock knock on heaven's door. I'm screaming Lord, fill me up to an overflow. Cause I wanna smoke the Holy Spirit to an overdose. And let the little light of mine shine over doors.